Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com. I want to, by the way, if you want to call the show, 844-551-8255. So here's what I want to do. I want to play a clip of, what's this guy's name? Jim Acosta. He's a reporter from CNN, and he has just attended a White House briefing with Sarah Huckabee, what's her face, last name, I forget her last name, but anyway, Sarah Huckabee Sanders or something like that. Anyway, he's attended this briefing, and he's now going to break down the question that he's asked about a question that he asked Sarah Huckabee Sanders about Donald Trump and what's he doing, why is he targeting these athletes. So I want you to hear this, and then we're going to discuss it, because I'm going to tell you what the strategy is of the left based on Jim Acosta having this discussion with Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
All right, I want to bring in Jim Acosta. Jim, we saw Sarah Sanders sort of cut you off there when you were trying to ask her follow-up questions on the heels of asking whether the president is trying to wage a culture war, and she claims that no, he's not.
Hi, Pam. That's right. Yes, what we heard from White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders here is that this is not about race. And you heard repeatedly during this briefing today the White House trying to say, no, this is a president who just wants to honor the American flag, wants to see professional athletes do the same thing at sporting events. But I do think, and that's why I asked the question there at the very end of the briefing. I wasn't given a follow-up question like some of my other colleagues in the room. But why is it that the president was seeming to go after African-American athletes over the weekend? He went after Colin Kaepernick at that rally in Alabama Friday night, went after Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors on Saturday, saying he was no longer invited to the White House for their championship celebration here. When at the same time, and I tried to follow up with this question, Tom Brady did not make it here to the White House when the New England Patriots made it. There were no angry tweets from the president directed at Tom Brady or other athletes. And so I think it does raise this question, especially when you have the president earlier this morning tweeting about his respect for and his gratitude towards NASCAR fans and the way they honor the flag at their events. I think, Pam, I don't think it's a stretch to say that is a bit of a dog whistle that is being played out there.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson. That was Jim Acosta of CNN, and he's making the case for Donald Trump. And this whole thing that's been come up, it's about racism. It isn't about respect for the flag. It's not about respect for the anthem. It's not about respect for America. It's not about respect for the tax-paying American citizens who support the sport. It's not that. That's not anything what Donald Trump is trying to do. No, he's going after these black millionaires because Donald Trump does not want to see any black millionaires out there, any black people in sports. No, this is an attack on black. That's how weird it's getting for the left, folks. They actually think this is going to sell. They do. And I love how they set this thing up. Sarah Sanders, she cut us off. She cut me off. Yeah. She didn't allow me what she had allowed other people to do, which is have a follow-up question. No, what Sarah Sanders did was to say, are you serious? Do you really want to ask this question? Do you really want to go there, Jim Acosta? Now, I'm about to rip Jim Acosta a new one. All right. And he ain't going to be able to trade in the old one. But he says that Sarah Sanders says it's not about race because it isn't about race. And they want pro athletes to honor the flag. Why? Because that's the one thing that athletes can do that kids growing up see. Let me tell you why the left love this. They love the idea that if they can get the pro athletes to say to heck with this flag, like the kids that took a knee, the 8-year-old football team that took a knee. Think about this. When in the history of this country have you seen children disrespect the flag? To be taught that. How did you grow up? I tell you how I grew up. I went to school. Every day over the intercom system, the principal or whatever made a few announcements. Then we did the Pledge of Allegiance. That's what we did. I didn't think of it as indoctrination. I thought of it as, you know what? We got a country. I love my country. I've seen the Olympics. We go there. We cheer for our country. So the fact that we pledge allegiance to a country, I see no big deal. Esprit de corps. Woohoo. All for one and one for all. We're all Americans. We were taught to be patriotic. It's every single man, woman, and child. Black people, No, look, I don't know where they grew up, inner cities, whatever, but I'm telling you, that's what happened in my school. Every single day that I can remember. Not anymore. But I love how Acosta goes on to talk. Here's his rationale. Donald Trump must be racist. He's going after black people. He went after Colin Kaepernick in a speech in Alabama. Now, that was a speech where Donald Trump says, I wish that an owner would tell these fire these SOBs that do that. That was what Colin Kaepernick, that's what he's referencing. He didn't, Donald Trump didn't reference a single other black in any of this. I want to draw you back into this thing. He didn't, he referenced the guy who started this nonsense and says, I wish he'd fire him and the 9 other guys that up to that point had done some sort of a protest. I wish he'd fire them. They deserve to be fired. He didn't say fire all the black people. Nothing close. He says anybody that would dishonor this flag. But guess what the left does? Ooh, he's after the black folks. And then Acosta bolsters his argument by taking on Steph Curry. Did Donald Trump pick a fight with Steph Curry, or was it the other way around? Donald Trump did what every president prior to him has done and say, you've won the championship. Here's your invitation to the White House. And what did little white-looking Steph Curry do? Little white-looking Steph Curry said, I don't think I want to go because he don't represent me. And so Donald Trump goes, well, then fine, I'll rescind the invitation. And suddenly, he's racist. Did he rescind the invitation to all the other black people on the team? The answer was no. He didn't rescind it. He said, if Steph Curry doesn't want to come, he doesn't need to come. I'll disinvite it. The rest of you silly Negroes, if you want to be part of it, come on down. That's not what Trump said. That's what I said. But he didn't stop anybody else. But Jim Acosta stretches out and says, oh, well, look at what he did with Steph Curry. Acosta acts as if Donald Trump said, what other black guy could I get mad at me? Who? How could I get to these millionaire black athletes? Yeah. If you believe that the world or black community believes that Donald Trump is going after black players, go for it, leftists. If that's your strategy, let me tell you, it's going to work the same way picking Hillary Clinton and putting all your marbles in that basket worked. So that's his next stretch. Then, I love this part. Tom Brady. He didn't go after anybody else. I mean, he didn't go after any white athletes. Hey, by the way, Jim Acosta, he didn't go after any black athletes. It's everything that Donald Trump has done has been in reaction to something. He's a president of the United States. And somebody decides they're going to disrespect the country. What is his job? His job is to say, look, don't be disrespecting this country, chump. You don't want to be here, go. You don't want to support the national anthem and the flag, go. This country allows you to do everything that you're currently doing as a black man, and you want to disrespect it? Go. And trust me when I tell you, the overwhelming majority of Americans, even the people on the teams with these putzes, are saying go. Unbelievable. But he says, well, Tom Brady didn't show up. He didn't call Tom Brady out. Tom Brady and the president are friends. Many pictures together. When they won the championship, Donald Trump, it was like, yeah, look at this. I called it. When I call it, the guy wins it. Pictures of Brady all over the place. No beef between them. Well, Tom Brady didn't show up. He didn't call out Tom Brady. What's he going to call him out for? If Tom Brady couldn't make it to the White House, he had a good excuse. I mean, he's got a trophy wife. But he's got a good excuse besides his trophy wife. What was he? Maybe she was having a baby. I don't know. But you can be guaranteed it wasn't I'm not showing up to the White House because I don't like the politics of Donald Trump. What kind of nonsense is this? This is the kind of stuff that the left wants to convince people of. This is how dangerous these people are. And then finally, I love this one. This one gets me. This is the most racist comment you could possibly make. One of the most racist comments you can make. And one of these broad stroke things. Well, he mentioned his respect and gratitude for NASCAR fans. And we all know no self-respecting black man would like NASCAR, right? Never see black people at NASCAR. What in the world would black people want to be at a NASCAR event watching cars run around in circles, other than they go to the left, right? No, they don't. They go to the right. Which way they go? Anyway, the point is, it's so unbelievable, so beneath this man to act as if, well, black people can't possibly like NASCAR. There are many blacks that like NASCAR. I don't know to what percentage. Certainly not as many that go to a Jay-Z concert, but there are blacks at NASCAR. I go to the Indy 500 every year. There are blacks, many blacks at the Indy 500. What's this man saying? Black people, we can't appreciate fast cars. We can't appreciate the technology that goes into souping these cars up and making them run at unbelievable speeds. What a racist Jim Acosta is.
Kevin Jackson on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.